19 Now investigation has prompted changes to how the Pike County Sheriff's Department is securing the evidence in what the Attorney General calls the largest murder investigation in Ohio history. Good evening to you. I'm Tricia Mackey.
And I'm Rob Williams. Last night, we exposed a lack of security at a warehouse that holds the actual crime scenes in the Roden family murders. 3 mobile homes and a camper. There's a fence, but in the 6 weeks we were undercover, we found no guard and no locks. Let's get right to investigative reporter Jody Barr live in Pike County. Jody, detail the changes for us.
Well, Rob, there were some subtle changes here today we watched the Pike County Sheriff make, such as no trespassing signs along the fence outlining this warehouse here. But this right here, this gate was one of the more obvious. At 4 o'clock this morning when we came by this warehouse, we spotted the Pike County Sheriff parked right here, replacing a thin piece of wire that once locked this gate with an actual lock. Long before dawn this morning, Sheriff Charles Reeder was at the Roden Evidence Warehouse working to secure the outside of it. Reeder was in his sheriff's patrol truck, hanging no trespassing signs and putting up these green stakes around the sides of the gate. Minutes later, for the first time in our 6-week-long surveillance of this warehouse, an armed deputy was posted outside. It was the sheriff himself.
I will check out the perimeter and reevaluate the outside of this facility, all right? You've brought that to my attention. I'll evaluate that.
The sheriff kept his word. During our 70-hour-long stakeout of this warehouse over a 6-week period, we never saw an armed officer guarding the evidence here. Inside, there are 4 crime scenes from the April massacre of nearly an entire family. Here's a shot of one of those trailers inside, and this picture from the Cincinnati Enquirer shows the other 3. Outside are their cars, trucks, ATVs, and several pieces of equipment. The sheriff moved it all to this warehouse and tagged it all as evidence. The problem, the main gate that leads into this warehouse and to this evidence is rarely ever locked.
It's not secured. I mean, let's just say there was some piece of evidence that was found in there. It would be virtually worthless in a court of law because any defense attorney with any kind of brainwaves running through their head could easily defeat that.
Mike Allen's the former Hamilton County prosecutor. He believes the sheriff's failing to post an armed guard 24/7 to watch this evidence has put any prosecution of this case at risk.
It's simply not secured. Therefore, anything taken out of there would be virtually useless.
Yesterday, there was a new lock and chain on this gate. This morning, the sheriff was parked in front of it for a while. But a few hours later, it was open again, and no sign of a deputy anywhere around it. Now, we spoke with Pike County Sheriff Charles Reeder by text this afternoon. We wanted to interview him about the security measures that he made here today. The sheriff sent me a text late this afternoon telling me that he would not be available for an interview today. Now, we wanted to know what the people who want justice in this case, most of all, thought about what we uncovered. If the evidence that could be used to prosecute this person or people can't be used against them, they're going to walk. I know. Now, Dana Roden's father, we spoke with him as part of this investigation. He has a message for the Pike County Sheriff's Office about their handling of this entire investigation. You'll hear that reaction coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. We're live in Pike County. Jody Barr, Fox 19 Now investigates.
We look forward to that, Jody.